JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, Kingston man charged with firearm possession and assault. 24-year-old Cliff Burry, otherwise called CJ, has been charged with multiple offenses after he reportedly entered a home and allegedly opened gunfire during a confrontation in Kingston. Burry is a laborer of Balcon Avenue, Bayshore Park in Kingston. He has been charged with shooting with intent, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, and assault to common law. According to the police, on January 13, about 6:30 p.m., Burry entered the home, after which a confrontation developed between him and the occupants. He then reportedly opened gunfire at them before escaping. The police said on Thursday, February 4, the accused, accompanied by his lawyer, turned himself into the police and was subsequently charged. His court date is being finalized. $6 million drug bust in St. James. The police say its narcotics division seized $6.4 million worth of compressed ganja in Wilshire and Trove district in St. James on Friday. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. According to the police, about 4:15 p.m., a team of officers on an anti-narcotics operation in the area searched an unoccupied apartment, and 34 white knitted bags of compressed ganja found. The police said the estimated weight of the illicit drug is over 1,600 pounds. The narcotics police are appealing to anyone with information that can assist in this investigation to contact them at 876-923-5729, Police 119 emergency number, Crime Stopper 311, or the nearest police station. Cub freed of murder in retrial. Police Corporal Vince Edwards was on Wednesday found not guilty of the 2009 killing of Tyrone Powell in a judge-alone murder retrial in the Home Circuit Court. The policeman was arrested and charged with murder following an incident in Corville Gardens, St. Andrew, after he went to the defense of an off-duty special officer who was being attacked by 3 men. The cop shot and killed 17-year-old Powell during a reported exchange of gunfire. The lawman was found guilty of murder during a jury trial in April 2011 and sentenced to 15 years. But his lawyer, Valrenita Robertson, QC, appealed the verdict. The sentence and conviction were set aside and a new trial ordered. Justice Christiania Brown Beckford handed down the not guilty verdict. According to the facts presented by prosecutors Audley Duncan and Ashley Steele, on August 10, the 3 men got into an altercation with a cop who ran towards Edwards seeking assistance. The Crown, which relied on the transcript of witness evidence from the first trial, as the witnesses did not appear, argued that the 3 men were unarmed and that there was no evidence that any of them had challenged Edwards or shot at the other officer. The defense, however, argued that Edwards was walking in the community when he saw the men fighting the officer, who ran after one of the men, pulled a firearm and started shooting at him. Nita Robertson said that her client went to his colleague's defense and shouted out, "Police!" But the man continued to fire, and Edwards fired back at the man, who ran inside a car and was still firing at him. So her case is that the man in the back seat firing accidentally shot the driver in all of the melee that was happening, and the car crashed, Nita Robertson said. She further pointed out that a knife was also found in the hand of the driver, which a special officer had mentioned during his testimony. The Court of Appeal, in overturning Edwards' guilty verdict, had indicated that an assessment of the defense's legal arguments showed that the trial judge had made a number of errors in his direction to the jury. Among them were the treatment of the unsworn statement Edwards gave during his trial and the handling of the defense available to him as a police officer in the lawful execution of his duty. Siblings faced gun and assault charges after family dispute. The police have arrested and charged 3 siblings of Chambers Lane, Spanish Town in St. Catherine, with assault to common law, illegal possession of firearm, and assault occasioning actual bodily harm, following an argument in their home last month. Charged are 36-year-old Tyler, Jermaine Morrison, otherwise called Fabian, 36-year-old housewife Tashawn Morrison Humphrey, otherwise called Melody, and 21-year-old laborer Jason Morrison. According to the police, the complainant was at home about 5:15 p.m. on Sunday, January 3, when an argument developed between him and his siblings. The argument reportedly escalated, and two of the siblings inflicted wounds to the complainant, while the third sibling pulled a firearm from his waistband and pointed it at the complainant. The police said all three siblings were charged on Thursday. Their court dates are being finalized. Man allegedly uses stolen $2 million to buy a bus. The St. James police have arrested a man in connection with an incident in which he reportedly fleeced his employer, a Chinese national, of cash amounting to just over $2 million. A senior officer said that the police are not yet able to release the identity of the accused man who was not yet being charged. The officer nonetheless revealed that he is of a Glendevon address in Montego Bay. According to reports, the Chinese national, who is also a building contractor, securely locked up a large amount of cash inside his office between the last week of January and Tuesday of last week. When he went to check on the money, which he intended to use to transact business, he discovered it was gone. The cash was broken down as follows: $15,000 US and 100,000 Jamaican dollars. For reasons unknown, the businessman confronted the accused man, who is the only employee with access to that area, and he denied knowing anything about the stolen cash. A report was made to the police, and following an investigation, the accused man confessed to the police that he was the one who actually stole the cash. Further checks revealed that he had already used up most of the stolen cash, but returned US $500 to the police. He also pointed the police to a new 7-seater Toyota motor vehicle, which he said he brought with a portion of the stolen cash. A senior investigator said that this incident is yet another case of a Chinese national failing to properly secure a large sum of cash. He used the opportunity to issue a warning to other business operators to make good arrangements to secure their money. This is another instance where a Chinese national failed to secure a large sum of cash. Over recent months, we have seen where a number of these Chinese business operators failed to secure large sums of cash through the right channel, and their own carelessness has cost them dearly, the lawman said. In this instance, the businessman is very fortunate because the police acted swiftly in apprehending the perpetrator, and although the cash has not been recovered in notes, the vehicle was purchased straight from a car mart, which is known to us. So it is safe to say the businessman can actually retrieve most of the stolen cash. The St. James police said the parish has recorded 5 robberies since the start of the year, which is significant with respect to the 10 committed over the corresponding period last year. Police corporal accused of trying to bribe Mocha detective. A police corporal is to return to court on March 18 to answer to corruption charges stemming from allegations that he attempted to bribe a detective from the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency Mocha. Corporal Winston Williams of the St. James Division was offered $500,000 bail with sureties and conditions after he was charged on Wednesday, January 27. Reports are that Williams telephoned and requested a meeting with a Mocha detective who had arrested and charged a lottery scamming suspect. The agency said the detective informed his supervisor and subsequently met with Williams. During the meeting, the corporal reportedly told the detective that he collected $100,000 from a big man for him to forego laying charges against the individual he arrested for the lottery scamming. Mocha said the detective declined the offer and reported Williams' actions to his supervisor, and an investigation commenced. A file was subsequently prepared and submitted to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, who ruled that Corporal Winston Williams be charged with breaching the Corruption Prevention Act. Carib Cement Company Limited has donated vouchers valued at $5.1 million for the provision of technology and general school supplies to 44 students. The beneficiaries are drawn from communities in proximity to the company's plant and quarries in East Kingston, Bull Bay, and Clarendon. Some of the students will receive vouchers for laptop computers and MiFi internet connectivity devices, along with data credit for 6 months, while others will be able to access general school supplies. All vouchers are redeemable at select bookstores and computer outlets. Additionally, 10 laptops will be donated to teachers to assist with the delivery of online instructional delivery. The symbolic handover of the provisions took place at the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information in Kingston on Friday. Portfolio Minister Favour Williams commended the corporate entity for its philanthropic efforts and encouraged the students to utilize the gifts wisely. We want to ensure all our students are connected and gain the skills they need to operate in a world that is becoming more technology infused. We have to ensure that you become the next set of productive Jamaicans who are going to help us move our economy and development forward, she said. In his remarks, Carib Cement General Manager Yago Castro said the gesture forms part of the company's corporate social responsibility. As part of our program, which this year has been impacted by the coronavirus, and we have been trying to do our best to allocate funds for something as important as education, he said, noting that the company invested approximately $10 million in support to the sector during 2020. Castro said the entity also donated health and safety items valued $2.3 million to schools. These include sinks for hand wash stations, hand sanitizers and soap, thermometers, and automatic hand sanitizer dispensers. Additionally, Castro said $2.5 million was allocated to purchase uniforms for several schools. The company also donated $1 million to the Multicare Youth Foundation and $1 to expand the delivery of an online math learning program developed by the Rockforth Youth Development Council. COVID tally passes 17,000 with 244 new cases. Jamaica recorded 244 new cases of COVID-19 and one virus-related death in the last 24 hours. This brings the total number of confirmed cases to 17,085 and the confirmed deaths to 358. The Ministry of Health and Wellness says the latest victim is a 58-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew. The newly reported cases consist of 98 males and 146 females, with ages ranging from 4 months to 92 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 58, Manchester 32, St. Anne 31, St. James 26, Trelawney 26, Clarendon 18, St. Catherine 16, Hanover 13, Westmoreland 9, St. Mary 6, St. Thomas 6, Portland 2, and St. Elizabeth 1. The country also recorded 46 recoveries, pushing the total number of recoveries to 12,271. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.